This is Buck'd Up Landscaping. I'm Buck, that's a building. Let's get into it. It's been a hot minute since we've had a landscape series be on the channel, but last I recall, Rental Rocket Landscaping had a pretty good reputation. We're going to carry that in with Buck'd Up Landscaping as we got 3 different jobs for you today, each of them getting progressively more difficult as the day goes by. We're not starting with the Kubota though. First task of the day is going to revolve around taking the International Cub up north. Clientele needs a field mode with a finish cut. The secondary job site is going to involve coming back and grabbing the Kubota with a rock crusher, and we got to go clear some rock. To finish everything up, there was an estate sale that we got called upon that we need to finish out cleaning the rest of the yard for the new homeowners. I'll get myself loaded up on the trailer and we'll get ready to head out. If you guys were fans of the old Rental Rocket Landscaping and you'd love to see more landscaping, be sure to head down below, smash that like button, and possibly even subscribe. You might be wondering, how on earth did I get what would be known as an International Cub? Well, this is actually an International A, and I went into the mod, put an attach joint for a mower deck on the bottom, and here we are, a 72-inch mower on the bottom of a farm-all. These things do exist though. My neighbor actually has one. Might have actually taken the long way to get to this job site, but that's alright. Gives me a little bit of time to think about what I've done. I'm really excited to start seeing some of the mods come out that'll make episodes like this a lot simpler. I'd say overall though, we have a pretty good selection of mods. DDC's Super Duty's definitely been my favorite so far. But until some more maps start coming out, we will be on Riverbend Springs for the first couple episodes into this series. Job site's not really that big for the mowing job. It's just going to be this field off to our right. Let's pop old farm all off and get this yard mowed. Hope you guys are having a fantastic start and possibly end to your day. Let me know down below. How are you doing? And this is some thick grass. Holy cow. This honestly was a pretty popular little tractor, especially when it was the Cub variant. I think it might be the same. I'm not 100% sure. But I think Nate ended up finding these tractors for the Buck'd Up Hay series that I have. And I went, you know what? Why don't we try and find a place to use this thing? And, well, Buck'd Up Landscaping just so happened to get the call. It didn't surprisingly take as long as I thought it would to get used to seeing the hood off to the left side of the tractor. I guess the tractor's just small enough that you can get away with it compared to modern things. But man, oh man, is this thing ripping through the field. Thank you, Katie. Field has been mowed, looks nice. I think we'll stop by the shop first and grab the other PJ trailer because that skid steer also needs to go to the estate job with a bucket so we can grade out and fix the driveway. No reason to waste 2 tanks of fuel just trying to get the same job done. The only thing different we're going to have to do is come back and get the International so we can fill it up with that hayload rock so we can make a new driveway. Didn't really realize how compact it was in here. Kind of a tight yard. Oh, by the way, this is the yard if you didn't notice. We're going to need that attachment on the far right, and then the bucket on the left. On a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a stubborn bugger does this trailer want to be today? Ooh, not bad. Nice! 1 attempt and done, just the way I like it. The thing that drives me the most nuts about the Kubota is they have 2 fuel gauges in this. In Farm Sim, they're both diesel, but that top one that has like the green bars on it, that's actually the DEF one. But Giants don't have DEF unless it's a mod. With everything strapped down, we are ready to lock and load. Except if I knew where I was going, that might be important. Ah, I remember now. Got it! Man, they really need to work on their icons for the rock destroying contracts. That is very difficult to see. Oh, we had a landslide. That's what's going on. I didn't really get to use this thing at all, though, in 22. So this would be kind of fun to use the rock chipper. Yeah. This is a big fella. Mind you, this job gets me $2,200. This is literally cheap work if you have the equipment. Break apart, you. Yeah. It might also be because it's just contract work, but I would think we'd get like stones, like field stones out of this. I'm just doing what the contract says. Gotta admit, that does look a lot better. Let's just hope that it can stay that way. Rock sliding down on oncoming traffic is not something I find to be fun. And last but not least, let's go check out that absolute playground of an estate sale that we're gonna have to clean up. Please don't be an absolute train wreck. Please don't be an absolute train wreck. Please don't be an absolute train wreck. It's not bad. I definitely have seen worse. Heck yeah, I can work with that. Oh, we can easily take care of this. Yeah, that is easy work. Before we end up going to mow around the yard, I'm going to do a quick property overview just to kind of inspect and see if there's some metal pipe, some sticking up out of the ground, a big rock. You know, I'd rather not destroy something that at least gets the job done for a cheap price if I can help it. We got a back shed. Not bad. I think it's time to take the clothes off the clotheslines. We'll definitely be gutting out all of these random looking trees. If the Cub is powerful enough, we'd probably be able to just drive over and get a bunch of these trees out of here. I got my chainsaw with me so we can cut down any of the random big trees. Doesn't look like we got any big debris in the ground. There's a lot of tree branches and overgrown shrubbery. Ooh. This is an old Magnum. What model is it though? Can't tell past the front loader. Oh, it's because the bar conveniently goes right in front of it. That sucks. 8910. It's honestly a pretty nice looking tractor. Ooh, a little field cultivator, Massey Ferguson, 690. What do they got in here? Because oh, old square body. All right. It looks like they got some Christmas decorations, just basic shop stuff. Can't tell if that's a generator or a... Is that a generator or a welder? It's something. Looks to be an old Ford and... Oh, they got a mini truck. There's a mini truck in there. We might have to see if we can go in there at some point. That'd be cool. Why would you have a tugboat just sitting out in the yard? Makes no sense, man. Come on. Doesn't look like there's anything major up front besides this canoe. We'll have to get that out of the way. Ooh. What are these? Okay, we got a 110. What, a 112. He's got a flat on the front, though. That's alright. I think we can get ourselves to doing some mowing. Nothing that this old IH can't handle. If any of you guys down in the comments have actually been to a real-life farm estate sale, what is the coolest thing you've either be seen sold or you yourself bought? I've always wanted to go to like an old farm auction and see if I could pick something up just for the fun of it, but just really haven't found the justifications to do something like that yet. I might just give you guys a little bit of a time lapse while I try and get the bulk of this shrubbery cleaned out. So wish me luck, because I really hope I don't shatter a deck or break a blade in this ground.
Little girl that used to swing right there, I still see her pink bow in her brown hair. She's in the big city, but she still calls home. What's she gonna do if she comes back and we're gone? And over there under that white oak tree, beneath the cross is where my best buddy's buried. Lasted 13 hunting seasons running strong. Keep your money cause a man can't leave his dog. And over there's where I got down on one knee. You can't buy that kind of dirt cheap.
Really, the only orders that we were given on this job is get the yard cleaned up and help us make the new driveway. I gave him a quote on what it would take to do quite a bit of this, but I never fully inspected the property to understand the level that we'd have to get into it. For not being cut in however long, I'd say the yard looks pretty decent. We still got to do the backside by the playhouse and behind the shed where the square body's at, but I'm making pretty good headway. I got to take some time to think here for a second. If I take this tractor back to the shop with me when I go and grab the International, I could come back with the International and the skid steer trailer so we could just only have one set of things out here. That might be our most efficient way to do this. Yeah. I don't know exactly yet, but that seems like the most logical thing in my head right now. Maybe I'm breathing in too many grass clippings. Definitely, though, we'll have to do the after shot afterwards, because I sadly didn't snag a before picture, but this place is going to look really, really good compared to what it looked like rolling in. There is a possibility, though, that I probably should have brought my little craftsman just to see if I could get around in some of these tighter areas. This tractor is very nimble, don't get me wrong. But I could name about 3 other pieces of machinery back at my shop that could easily get around more nimble than this thing. If you think this tractor is about as bucked up as they get, though, let me know down in the comments. I'm adoring this little thing. I honestly want to buy this exact configuration, but a little bit more powerful of a tractor for the hay farm. Just have it as the lawnmower for the farm. I think it'd be awesome to have this on there. It's got to be the most bucked up lawnmower you've ever seen. Heck yeah, baby. That looks a lot better. It's definitely not perfect, but I think we'll call someone like a junk company to come out here and help us clean up the rest. I'll bring the skid steer trailer down, but I'm going to sneak on that little craftsman mower back at the shop. That way when we take everything home on the International, we can still have the yard cleaned up to its absolute peak level rather than just kind of making it work. I got to take the bucket off first. Dang it. Man, that place looks good. All right, off to the International. International has been acquired along with our lawnmower. It might not look like we have a lot in the back, but I didn't realize that on the quote-unquote modded version of this thing, the guy went ahead and made the capacity 100,000 liters compared to the standard 3,500 liters this thing actually holds. So that helps me because I only need 1 trip of gravel, but that means there is a lot of stones in the back of this truck right now. And believe me, if I were to slam on the brakes, I can't stop. Stopping from the sign, I am full brake power. Absolutely full. That is horrible. There's a chance I might end up swapping this truck out for the original base game one. It just depends on if all the quote-unquote attached joints actually work for the back of this truck. That has been a problem with a lot of base game Giants vehicles, that they don't necessarily hook up to all of the trailers that they're supposed to. I think we'll just leave the trailer back on the garage path. It's just the easiest way to keep it out of everyone else's way. And I'm going to load everything back up here again anyway. The new property owner was informed that their car needed to be moved, so that's exactly what they did. Working our way from back to front. Let's make this look nice. It's a big pile of gravel. We'll set up our beacons looking southbound so people are coming. They know to at least slow down and watch out for possible turning traffic. What helps is that we're in an area filled with green and our machinery is bright orange. For any of you guys that don't know, working with gravel driveways is and has always been my favorite thing to do in landscaping. It's gonna suck because the stones are just so heavy and I don't have any counterweights. But in my opinion, it's one of the most rewarding looking jobs if you can do it right. Oh, it just lays down such a nice path of gravel. We'll come in here with the weed killer later on, so that way it can kill off all this excess grass in the driveway. But I think from a general standpoint, this place is gonna look awesome. The devil is in the details, folks. The devil is in the detail. Yeah. Driveway has now been leveled off. It's going to take a little bit to get it compacted down and have itself settle. But at this point, in this kind of cleaning up the exterior part of the building, I have definitely tackled harder jobs, I will say that. But with a little bit of elbow grease and some pretty high standards for patience, we can usually turn out and make a really, really nice looking property. I'm really curious as to what these landowners are going to do with all of this extra stuff, because they ended up buying the whole property with everything on it. I remember looking at the original flyer for this place when it was going on sale. The property owners seemed like they'd be the people that wanted to auction off stuff on the property, but I guess they must have had a change in heart because the flyer said, sale everything as is. So I kind of feel bad for the people that ended up buying the place, because now they got to find out what to do with all this junk. Granted, a lot of stuff on here is not junk, but it's still that hassle of just having to get rid of it now. I guess if there's really anything we need to have on the Bucked Up Landscaping crew, you guys should let me know on this property. Is there anything on here we should bring home? I know what half of you are probably going to say, and it's right there, but I'm curious. Let's see what you guys can come up with. I think that does it for the mowing. The owner said she'll come out and let me into the shed, because I really want to see what's all inside that enclosed part. It looks like they got some pretty cool stuff in there. Anything good? Anything good? All right, where's the light switch? Light switch in here at all? Doesn't look like it. Flower rack. Seems to be a 9N. It's definitely an older one. Got the Ferguson tag. Okay, that's an actual 4. That's the 8N, because they didn't have anything, I believe, to do with Massey Ferguson at that point. That's a legit... That's like late 30s. Holy cow. So you got a 9N, an 8N, and a 9N, like straight Massey Ferguson. That's pretty cool. There's the mini truck. This is what I want the most. These things are so cool. I could definitely use that at the shop. Be like a little parts runner. You definitely could snatch that for the front end of the shop. That would not look that bad. Even though Christmas was like 2 days ago. Hang on. Yeah, what was this? Oh, so it's a water pump. Yeah, I couldn't tell if this thing was a water pump, a generator, or a welder. Because, I mean, people used to just take, like, the hoods of tractors off back in the day and just slam them on a frame. And boom, I mean, you got a portable power station. Yeah, nothing really else in here besides the 3 tractors and then the little moped car. Pretty cool. I think that's just about all we're really going to have for you guys today on Bucked Up Landscaping. Hope you enjoyed the property. We're going to get a little bit of an overview shot here quick so you can see what the finished product looked like. But until next time, guys, be sure to keep it light, keep it loose, keep it fresh, and most importantly, keep it fun. We shall see you guys all in the next one. This is the Rental Man out.